The San Francisco 49ers are a team that's getting forgotten about. This is a team that is really good, talent all over the place, found their quarterback, great head coach, and yet not a lot of people are talking about them in the NFC. The national media has kind of moved on to the Philadelphia Eagles and then some of the darling teams in the NFC, like the Lions. But what about the 49ers? They made a move this offseason that went completely unnoticed. That's going to be a great move for them. If you're new to our channel, we are Detroit Lions fans that have this channel dedicated to teams that aren't getting the coverage from the national media like they should, either the team as a whole or moves, whatever the case may be. In this case, it's both. The Niners have Bosa, have Warner. I mean, you name the talent on the roster, and the 49ers are a good team. But for some reason, you're not hearing a lot about them. But I want to show you one move that the Niners made this offseason that is a perfect move, just kind of embodies what they're doing, not only with Purdy, because Purdy, hey, you get your quarterback, a seventh rounder, so you're able to use resources in other areas. Same thing with this move here. So what they did was, I want to talk to you about Jawan Jennings, wide receiver, a guy that was taken by the 49ers in the seventh round in 2021, was it? Or in 2020. Seventh round, 2020. He doesn't make the team out of camp, so that kind of nullifies that 4-year rookie roster or contract. So then it's just kind of a 1-year deal from there, 1 year at a time. So he gets on the practice squad in 2020. Then in 2021, he establishes himself as the 49ers' third wideout, has a productive season, and then last year appeared in every game. He played in 16 games out of the 17. He started 4. He finished with 35 receptions for 400 yards and a receiving touchdown. And then the move that nobody really noticed was that quietly the 49ers signed him to an exclusive rights tender in April. So he's going to be with the Niners for this year. Cheap, easy to do deal. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on high-end free agents. And take a look now at this roster. Brock Purdy, we know. McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk is there. But then there's Jawan Jennings, and you get yourself some depth and some good stuff here at wide receiver. So you start looking at the 49ers roster. I just went there. Brock Purdy, check, check, check. So you've got everything. George Kittle, offensive line, fullback even. Why not? Bosa. I mean, and then you just forget. I mean, I know the defensive coordinator moves on, but hello, you've still got Bosa, Warner, Ward. I mean, every level. And that's the thing you see with the 49ers. Every level, there is a star. And whether that's on defense or offense, Christian McCaffrey, star. Debo, star. Kittle, star. I mean, that is the biggest difference. I mean, being a Lions fan, we've seen just really average teams for a lot of years, and there's no pop. Now there is. So you start to see the buzz. You start to see the teams, the Lions can play with people. The Niners have it. They've had it, and they then can go out and make little subtle moves like bringing back Jawan Jennings, who's due for a breakout season. I mean, don't you think he was here 2020, COVID, 2021, COVID, 2022. Okay, had a really good role, played in every game. And doesn't this kind of feel like the breakout season that he can have? So if Jawan Jennings has a breakout season, you've got Ronnie Bell, who's a Michigan guy. Watched him, a professional wide receiver that is going to be really good in the NFL. Just watch Ronnie Bell develop into a guy that is just going to be great because he was at Michigan with a bunch of stud wide receivers, which was kind of weird because Michigan just had stud running backs. So they ran the ball a lot, but Ronnie Bell just stood out, and he's going to be a great leader. He's everything that you want in a wide receiver. So just to have him as your third string wide receiver, I mean, I know this is just ESPN just pulled this up but Ronnie Bell's going to play. He's going to be a great receiver for the 49ers. You can bank on that because the Michigan had a bunch of wide receivers and they ran the ball. So he's not going to have the big numbers. He was there for 5-6 years. I want to say he got injured a couple times, but big catches in big games. Ronnie Bell always came through. So I don't know why the 49ers aren't getting talked about enough. This is a team that could absolutely be in the Super Bowl. The odds are they will. Like, I don't get it. And instead, national media loves talking Giants, East Coast, Cowboys. Come on. Are you kidding me? The 49ers are a team that I think there's some West Coast bias for sure, where you think, you kind of, in a way, I mean, we're here in Michigan, kind of forget about the West Coast or something. No, the 49ers have a ravenous fan base. Let's not forget that. I mean, I think it's another West Coast thing. Oh, West Coast, they're not into football as much. Yeah, right. 49er fans are nuts. Love their team. They've got everything you need. They've got GM, coach, quarterback. Everything is here. So Juwan Jennings should have a breakout season, and you can see it right here. Let me blow this up. Whoop, wrong button. There we go. He gets on the field. I think that's a big one. In 2021 and 22, targets went up last year, receptions went up. So I just don't know how you can look at this guy and say, hey, with Brock Purdy being consistently in there, everything's just pointing to him to having a breakout season. So to able to get him cheap, underrated, and bring him back to an offense that could be ready to rock and roll, I just think the 49ers are going to be a good team. They've made a lot of smart moves. I know the draft was a little wonky, but everything else looks really good. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one, and we'll see all of you on the next one.